Hey everybody, it's Wild, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We are in the last of the DLCs, the Crown of the Sunken King. So far, this has been my favorite in terms of aesthetics and in terms of like the level design. I really like it so far. I feel like its level design is the strongest maybe Dark Souls 2 has been. It's definitely it's definitely higher quality than the rest of the game, I'd say. Now, I'm going through this area and trying to defeat this trio of bosses that gank the player, and it has been quite tricky, shall we say. Um, there's one archer, one guy that has a giant sword, and another one that has like dual scimitars, I believe. So they're pretty annoying. I usually get both aggro, yeah. That seems to be more common. I get the aggro of both. I really only need to get one hit in because if I get the spin, it's enough. So I just needed to dodge and get the spin off. Okay. I wasn't out of range yet. I got hit here. Yeah, the animation for that is so long. This thing has a pretty fast cast time too, and since I've put in more points into, um, oh gosh, what's it called, attunement. It does increase cast speed slightly. Most of the heal spells are very unruly still, and that's kind of fair because they want you to use like flasks. But for the heal over time spells, I feel like they could tone it down a little bit. Now, for the most part, I am not giving a lot of these enemies a time to react. So I'm sure there are more. Yeah, like I can see that one right there. Unless that's the one I already damaged. This phantom hit there. Put up Resplendent Life again. Is that the one that I hit and did quite a bit of damage to? I think it's around this corner where I need to go to progress. Oh yeah, okay. There's the torch. I don't know if lighting the torches does anything. I kind of have a feeling it doesn't, but I'm unsure. It's not down here, right? Yeah, no, it's around the corner. Okay. Kinda can't rush it super easily with these things because they interrupt you. Wait for my status to go down a bit. Dropped an item. Can't say no to a dragon charm. What's this? Tight spot, yes. Now, I did try hitting one of these knights yesterday, and I aggroed them both. I did it again. Okay, I'm gonna set up Resplendent Life again. Let's get him. My souls are over here. I kind of got them split up, but I don't like that because that means I'm gonna get basically stabbed in the back in a second. Wow. I sort of had 1v1. I had to play weird because there were others nearby, but it does show how much damage that just one player has. Something that I noticed actually, which is kind of strange here, is that like if these were designed as like boss enemies, like a trio of bosses instead of like NPC invader type enemies, they would have been a lot more balanced because they would have been like, okay, we have like one that has like a big club and is going to move like all slow with heavy armor, and another that's going to be a lot faster with like dual scimitars, and then probably like a really immobile one in the back, right? But that didn't, that actually kind of, ouch. That actually kind of doesn't happen though, because they're NPCs, or sorry, they're like player invader NPCs, and player invader NPCs don't have speed tied to like armor. So you can have armor and walk at this pace all the time. So if they were like, it was like its own self-designed enemy, it might be like really slow and lumbering with that big sword. And we've seen that multiple times with different types of enemies in Dark Souls. So the only reason that those NPCs, like that one big guy, is even able to move that fast is because they decided to use, instead of their own unique individual idea, make them more human-like characters. And that's also what allows them to backstab and stuff. So I think the worst thing with this boss is sort of its, like, the idea of its design making them actual like character, and not making them like actual bosses. There's quite a bit of difference between doing the NPC invaders and the bosses. Missed. And some splash damage, but that's about it. I want to see if lighting the torches does anything. I don't think it will, but I kind of want to see, and there's only a few left down there if I remember correctly. I'm gonna do it. I just want to see if it does anything. I don't remember if there are others in here. Guess I can look around a bit. I'm using mostly the Dark Halberd because I'm not going to use it against the NPCs, I don't think. I think the Fire Longsword is going to be better. Doesn't use as much stamina. Still hits really hard. Still running off my stats. I still have the ring to make it more powerful. Is there anything down here? A lot of these, when they're broken, look like the same sort of like torch sconces that I'm kind of looking for. A little frustrating. Come on. Thought that one would hit. Jeez. I'm having a really hard time getting it. I know that distance is a little bit off. Box has to be kind of small. Yeah, Yeah, okay. It's with the one-handed, my distance is a little bit off. I keep hitting the top of it. Those again. Like here. Did I really aggro both of those? Yeah, that was just a whiff. I have the Chloranthy ring on. Oh no, I have the binding. That makes sense, right? I did actually notice that I didn't have the Chloranthy ring on, so I guess it does have a tangible effect, right? Whoops, that didn't work. Nope, wrong one. Shoot, I wanted to target the one that didn't have armor. If I can AoE them, that'd be the best, right? Almost out of shots. We're gonna double drink here. Fine. It's fair. $134. 7 isn't much. I don't know if that's because she's resistant to lightning or 7 because she was in like a dodge roll or something. I don't know. Ooh, I think I got hit there. Basically counteracted the heal. Yeah, it just does not do much. Okay, so that's not worth using on her. Did get 2 charges of fireballs left. I did talk about this yesterday. When there's 2 enemies that are melee together, you really can't hit one of them because the other one will attack. So when they're together like that, I have to use range. Like, I don't have a choice. I can't. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Alright, let's drink to that. Phantom hit? The first one was a phantom hit, wasn't it? I'm gonna bait it out. I'm gonna just bait out one of his attacks. Oh, that was a really good dodge roll to the back. She's really backed off now. Okay. Finish. Me. My gosh. See how what I mean by the, like, they just, like, keep moving at, like, normal speed, though? Because they shouldn't be this fast if they've got a gank. And if they were actually designed as normal enemies, they wouldn't. I'm going to take that hit. Ow. Might take that hit. I don't see the archer dude. Oh, I totally forgot that this was a thing. Oh my gosh, I didn't know he could do 3. Alright, that was my last Estus. I knew I could get enough time. I can't, because he just runs to me. 1, 2. He's only doing 2 that time. Shoot, I don't see him. There he is. Dead. One shot. Backstab. I don't know. I feel like the actual best way to handle this is just so stupid, though, is to, like, go hit the archer and then just run around in circles, because the other guys will get to you. But you just go up, hit him, run around in a circle, go up, hit him, and then just get the archer out that way. He's just doing so much free damage. So where's the other enemy that I'm aggroing in here? Like, there's one off to the left or something. So, like, when I'm right here, I haven't aggroed anyone. Right? I aggroed this one guy. Right? I aggroed this one guy, and there's 2 now, though. Right? There's 2 guys that aggroed to me. It wasn't the guy behind him. He's still gonna be there. Like, you might be like, that was just the guy over behind him to the right. No, the guy behind him to the right is still there. So I'm aggroing the dude that was over there in the corner. So he has an aggro trigger somewhere in this hall. Like, standing right here is the aggro trigger for the guy over there. Like, what? Like, we've seen aggro triggers a lot. In Dark Souls 1 specifically. Less so in this game, actually. Yo, Red Slaps, what's good? Winning? That's... No, we don't do that here. This is Dark Souls 2. We don't win. We try. We try our darndest. Although, to be fair, I've only done this boss, like, twice, I think, now, today. It's still so brutal. Okay, we got the torch lit. We got the torches lit, so we can kind of just run through. Even I don't even know if that was a thing we needed to do, but they are. aggro. Oh my gosh. Just let me hit its tail. Man, I just must be off by just a hair, right? It even looks like I'm kind of hitting it. Just too close. Why am I having so much trouble with this one? Have you seen the gameplay for the network test on Elden Ring Night Rain? I have not. I've kind of stayed away from that. Um, I mean, I'm already gonna get it, you know. I already know that's like an easy buy. Although I think I said this before, but like I didn't think Dark Souls looked super appealing compared to Bloodborne. So I didn't really and I had only played Bloodborne, so I didn't really like know I really liked FromSoft as a gaming studio just in general. So I didn't really pay the announcement of Elden Ring much mind. I didn't even care. And I had never read A Song of Ice and Fire or seen Game of Thrones, so that the author George R. R. Martin being like involved wasn't really super exciting to me. I was just like, yeah, whatever. But then I did see the gameplay trailer, or it wasn't trailer. It was they did some sort of network test or something like that too, and let people play through Limgrave. And I was like, okay, I'll just buy this game. I was like, okay, you sold me. So like gameplay does over everything just sort of, you know, capture. All right, here we go. I don't know if this is the best idea, but I want to at least try it. Let's give it a shot. They split up. Yep. That's it. They didn't jump in the water with me, which is a little upsetting. Yeah, this is pretty stupid. Oh shoot, I thought that was the ramp. Oh, she poised right through. She poised! I see the archers back up. Wow, that was unfortunate that he chose to dodge. Is there a way to get back up here? I know the ramp, but I don't know if there's another one. Really been down here a whole lot. Doesn't look like it. Almost 3 hits from her will kill me. Probably die here, right? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so there's only one way up, which is that little ramp. I didn't know because I haven't been down here a whole lot. He also has a, his AI is coded to bring out his sword once you're in proximity of him. Which he did that last time too, but I wasn't exactly sure how that worked. So it might actually be better in a way to stay back and pelt him with some fireballs before I go in for a melee hit or two. Or maybe just get close-ish to him and throw fireball, because he's also coded to input read. I've noticed he input read me a few times to dodge my attacks. How many old radiants do I have? 6? I feel like they're probably gonna be pretty useful in this, especially if I can set up a resplendent life at first. Or I can jump down and set it up. It's just they move so much faster than they should. If they just coded them as like actual enemies, there's no way they would have made them all move that fast. Jumped into my tipper. And just died immediately, 2 shots. I just realized something. If they're NPCs and they can, I don't know how I didn't realize this before, and it's not going to be easy, maybe only with the big fat guy, but I technically should be able to backstab them as well. I have a feeling that's not going to be like a realistic thing to pull off in the middle of combat, but like it's possible one of them whiffs an attack and I can get it. I don't know. I can see it against the knight dude, but the others seem to kind of be weird and a little wonky with their AI. I'm not sure that's feasible. Yeah, those arrows are just rough. All right, we're going off. It's the other one. I see the archer going up here. Yep, there's the melee. We're in a bad spot here, because that's the only ramp up out of here. Circle kite him around. There's 3. Probably will die here. Pretty sure I'll die here. Got a little lucky. They're just so fast. And, like, I understand why they're so fast, because they're NPCs, right? But, like, if they were just special enemies, like actual bosses, there's no way they'd make them this fast. It's just too much. Especially the one in heavy armor that can hit as hard as he does. So, what's the timing on the bow? Is it like a 1 miss a shoot? I'm assuming it's something like that, like a 1 miss a shoot. Or something like that. That's a different ramp up than I was before. The input read is also really disgusting. It might seem kind of obvious, like of course he should dodge there, but it's like a legit input read. Really annoying. I can't dodge that yet. Don't want to go that way. Okay. I don't know where any of them are. Was the archer? Can't get to him from here. I'm gonna have to drop down again. Yeah, it's like a 1. It's more like a 1 shot. It's actually much quicker than I anticipated, to be honest. Don't have time for a Splendent Life. Use the old gem. Oh my gosh, hit stun for days. Yeah, that proximity read's really annoying. Rapier's got some serious... Ouch. The rapier's got some serious range. I'll be okay. Never mind, I didn't get it off in time. That was a pretty good run. It's pretty good. I don't know how you're supposed to do this, though. Like, I don't know what the actual strategy is. This, so far, I think has been the best. It's kind of a waste of time, though. But, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't really know what the strategy here would be. And it's weird, because, like, I've played these games quite a bit, right? I've played quite a few Souls games. But it doesn't really make sense to me. Because you can't really easily kite line of sight from the archer for too long because he repositions. If he was kind of stationary, it would be different because you could fight the other two in like a safer location, but it doesn't really work like that. Was it this one that hit me? Hey, I think so. It really sucks how hard it is to put up Resplendent Life in that boss fight too. Because that would be so much, that would help so much to get it off. But it's just such a long cast time and they move so fast. That one hit from there? Really? I didn't think it was in line of sight of that. Phantom hit. With that last round that I did, I was pretty reckless with the flask because I thought I had enough time. But I have to remember that they can move at like my speed. So even if they're like back here, they could easily 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the backstab on me. So I like need to definitively like always jump off the edge before I flask, or go up the ledge if I'm not already there and like run around the corner to flask. You don't have enough time to do it because they move at normal speed regardless of their armor rating. Should be able to do it with this HP too. I didn't see where he went. He's way back there. Right around. Yeah, see, that one was basically just forgiven because of Resplendent Life. Essentially. Like, that one basically just didn't even happen. in the back. I think that might have hit the crags. 96. Going off. Blasking. Fine, we have enough time. Oh shoot, I couldn't lock on from there, apparently. Alright, down to 8 flasks. I lost them. If they just couldn't run, it would be just so, like, this would be so different. I don't remember if that's the dead end or not. Yeah, that is. 1, 2, 3. If they just couldn't run, it would change everything. If they just had to move normally. It's the running. It's their speed, not that there's 3 of them. Not that there's an archer, not that there's one of them in heavy armor. It's just that they can run. Input read definitely doesn't help though either. He is in water, so Kazka should hit quite hard. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit him here. It'd be nice to get a resplendent life off to get the little bit of HP that I'm missing, but it's just like, look at this. It's like their speed. One. The archer's going up the side. Oh my gosh. Proximity swapped and hit me. Got 2 great fireballs up ready to be used again. He dodged most of that. I didn't think I was in range yet. I didn't see it. How do I get... Is that like its own little area? Maybe that's why I didn't see the ramp up. I think this is like its own little area. Yeah, there's only one way up. Also, if these were normal enemies, most enemies don't have the capability of dodging. Like if you think about most bosses, they don't like dodge your attacks. So if it was a normal enemy and not an NPC as well, the input rating wouldn't really matter because it probably wouldn't have an input of its own to like deal with my input of attacking, right? But because he's an NPC, the input read translates into him being able to do a player character action of dodge. The proximity read is also pretty annoying though, that he shifts to the sword. It's manageable, right? That's not. This is potentially where I die, because there's no other ways out. Yeah, this just feels bad. I mean, I'll get it eventually, but it's just, it takes so long. I feel like this really is the best way to handle it. I feel like this really is the best way to handle it. And I am learning things, right? You can't go off anywhere near that ramp. Like, that has to be one of, like, my just set rules. You can't go off anywhere near that ramp, because if you do, then you can't go up, because there's no second way up. There's only one. And the ramp over on, like, the right side of the area, it only has one way up and down, so I can never go into that one. That one's just a death sentence if I do. So there's some little things that I'm learning, right? With the guy that input reads, well, I mean, they all input read probably, but the one, the archer guy, with him, I need to, oh my gosh, he took a lot. With the archer dude, when I get really close to him, I do think the running attack is the best thing to do, but I need to do it a little bit earlier. I can definitely hit him at least once, but I need to be, like, really proactive about it. It's really weird because, you know, a lot of games do have people that, like, test them, including obviously the devs themselves. But it's really weird that this actually got through, considering it's DLC. 'Cause, you know, trouble development is trouble development. Like, it's understandable, right? But, like, for the DLC, it's just kind of bizarre that this made it like, hit the final cut. I don't know if I have any souls, but I kind of want to go check. I just don't know if I do. Apparently. Oh wow, I actually have a lot. I should probably just go level, right? Or not. Yeah, it's really just the fact that they're NPCs. If they were just, like, regular characters or regular bosses, I think it would be fine. Cuz, like, the archer character not having a dodge would mean he can't input read you, which would mean you could hit him easier. It doesn't matter that you can backstab him, really, but I suppose there is a chance that I could like roll through his rapier attacks once I get in proximity and he triggers to use the rapier. Maybe I can like roll around him and get like backstabs. Then again, this game is sometimes very egregious with its for the enemies in this game specifically has sometimes do I not have enough for another level? 52. Probably not many. Maybe I have souls in my inventory I can use that for. Doesn't say how many I get. Okay, well that'll do it. It's weird that it doesn't say how many it gives you. Now, you could also say that I should use a human effigy to get my humanity back, but it really doesn't matter because the last like 2 or 3 times that I've done this and died, it's been due to the one shot. The backstab one shot, so I don't think it really matters all that much. In Dark Souls 1, there was some stat that determined your resilience to statuses, and I remember my first character had like nothing. It was like really bad, and I would be affected by status like instantaneously. Like toxic, those like toxic dart blowers in Blighttown would like trigger it on me in like 2 hits, 1 or 2 hits or something. And then my second character, the Pyromancer, I think he could take like 3 or 4 just due to that stat. And like wasn't even a good stat, but like in that one area of the one game, it was like not having it really sucked. That toxic effect though it wasn't even poison. That's probably why it was as bad as it was, is it was like an enhanced special status that you don't normally see anywhere else. Just input reading everything I do. I was trying to. I was trying to get the backstab. There's no reason to fight them if I accidentally go down that ramp. I'll just die. There's no way to get back up. You're just stuck in the little hole with like 3 enemies that don't have to stagger their attacks with one another. They can all just attack at the same time. It's just pointless. I'll just restart. Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way, right? I don't really need to kill these enemies, actually, do I? Should have put up Resplendent Life, regardless, first. Bang quietly watching me just take L after L. Honestly, I assume a lot of people, like, there are a lot of bosses where I do things the hard way. For instance, oh gosh, that Inferno demon that I fought twice. What's the name of that thing? Smelter? Smelter. The Smelter demon. Like, that boss I chose to do as like a challenge, right? And fight it with half HP. Just as kind of like a challenge. Because I already fought the boss before. And so there are certain bosses that for sure I'm going to struggle on more than like other players. But in general, I actually don't think that I probably have as many issues with some of the bosses as others. This is one of those that I don't suspect a lot of people have a good time with. I think that this is probably one of the ones that most players struggle on quite a bit, if I had to guess. Yeah, no, I've been focusing the archer, but it basically just means you have to kite around. But I'm assuming a lot of players have trouble with this specific boss. Like, I don't see an easy solution to it myself, and I've played this game quite a bit, right? We're at, like, I think we passed 100 hours, right? And I just don't see a super easy way to deal with it. Maybe there's, like, certain builds that can cheese it, but for the most part, it just doesn't seem like it's something that's, like, super easy way to like handle. You can't just memorize. You know, most of the bosses are just like, you learned its attack pattern, and then once you learn its attack pattern, you just dodge all its move. But this, you've got 3 enemies attacking you at one time, which is already more complicated. But then they're also input reading you. They have one-shot backstab, so if your position's off, you die. The archer, when he hits you from range, also is a hard CC knockdown, which lines you up to get hit by the other 2, which gank you. They run to your location. I don't assume that this is like a me problem. I think that this is just a really hard boss. And I don't even know if I want to call this a boss, because once again, if these were just if this actually was a boss type enemy with like an archer, a like a melee fighter, and like a kind of tanker knight, I don't think it would be that bad. It's the fact that they're NPCs and have access to sprinting, input read dodging, and the backstab mechanic. So I don't even think like this like trio is a bad idea. And that's probably why in stuff like Bloodborne you have the in Bloodborne you have like the Shadows of Yharnam. See, I can't like. Do you see what I mean? That was actually what I was talking about before. That's actually a really good example of what I was talking about before. Like, I should be able to theoretically backstab him when he misses his rapier attacks. However, the tracking on like the NPCs or like enemies in this game is really, really, really high. And so, like, in that instance, I should have been fine, but his tracking all of a sudden just came out of nowhere and was, like, ballistic. That's what I was talking about. Because, like, that should have been an easy backstab, right? Because he did, like, what, 2 or 3 attacks? But he's, like, his model's, like, moving really quickly to track to not get hit. Which makes sense, right? Because easy backstabs would kind of trivialize this fight. And it is possible to backstab him 100%. It's just, you know, it's not something that's super easily done. I'm sure it's possible, but the tracking on them is just really insane. I didn't mean to fall down here. Just wasn't watching my footing. Does not help that the camera is so far up my anus, though. That does not help. Shoot, I got hit. I know, I got hit. I realized. Should be okay to flask there. I don't know why it locked on to the other one. I see him. Get some healing over time going. Another 55 damage to him, not bad. We have 2 more charges of fireballs left. I should actually throw 1 Shah's Ka at him first. Just because when my crown does trigger and restore some spells, like, it'll actually, like, give me that extra charge back. Shoot, I got hit here. Was I phantom hit there? I think I was. I think I was just phantom hit. I don't see where the archer is right now. I think he's around this corner. Missed. 1, 2. I can't dodge. I can't dodge. I was stun locked. Oh my gosh, that stun locks you too. If you don't have poise. Oh my gosh, that's brutal. It stun locks you if you don't have poise? Oh my gosh. Put read. This probably is a bad idea. I have to jump off. They're right behind me. I have to jump off. It's fine. We're fine. The heal off. It's good. Did the input read again? Wait, what? How did that hit me from that angle? Last old Radiant that I have stocked. He can hit from some weird angles. You know, that's the other thing. The player can't lock on from like a super far distance and have like in projectiles, but obviously might get killed here. Fuck. One shot. I did too many attacks. I deserved that. I got too aggressive. It takes so long to get to that point. Oh my gosh. But that's the other thing. Like, the player can't lock on and, like, hit him from that angle. And if it was a player, a human player with arrows, there'd be 2 things. And I've brought this up in the past quite a bit. I feel like it's kind of just a flaw of these games in general, like almost all of them. But NPC enemies have infinite ammo or infinite like mana to be able to use attacks against the player like endlessly. But of course they also have perfect aim. Now you could argue that, well, the perfect aim isn't really perfect aim, it's just you lock onto the enemy. But you can't, as the player, lock onto the enemy that far away. Wow, I killed all these enemies so much they're not respawning. Well, that makes things a little easier. I only have 1 Radiant Life Gem left. I don't think I'll use it here. I should have put the other ones on that I have. If I can hit him with the Ice Rapier special attack, that might be a good idea too. Might be a lot of damage to him. 317. He's halfish. Oh shoot, I got hit. So it wasn't backstab, but it got hit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not expecting the archer to come down too. Through that path. Almost got backstabbed. I can do a quick lock on sometimes to just change my orientation. Okay, that did get a full hit stun on him, which is nice. Flipping around. Okay, I gotta switch off that. Don't want it broken. It's taking a shot. That didn't hit. Game, there's no way that hit, and you know it. You don't even have to lie to me. I know that didn't hit. I was like clearly dodge rolling away. I think it's actually better to kite these guys a little bit further for a second. So I'm gonna take them around once more. I can't move. Hit stun. Looks like I die here. Oh. Sometimes they go down the ramp and sometimes they just jump in the water. Oh. When does Night Rain come out? hit him for 400 some. Okay, we're going off the edge. Got CC'd by one of the statue things for a second. I still have Resplendent life up, though, so I am regenning. I think it just ended. I only hit for 210. Me, because I didn't hit the tipper. I think rolling sometimes off to this edge actually is a good idea because it stalls them out so long. You know? If I jump off here, if they jump off too, it stalls them so long. So originally I was just like, never go off there. It was only 136. Why is the damage so inconsistent? Yeah, why is the damage so inconsistent? I don't really understand. Right. 2 or 3 more should do it. Alright. How do I want to handle this? I didn't mean to hit that one. Shoot. Trying to avoid that. Really trying to avoid that. It does not do much against her. Oh, I thought I was in range. I might actually use the halberd to try to get in range. She dodged into me. It was at like about 200 some odd damage. I do have a few fireball charges that just restored. I think she was blocking. It only did like 22 damage. She poised through that one. Whoops. I did not mean to do that, obviously. She's pretty low. I don't think I have time for that. Just being stupid. I just really want to get Resplendent life up so I can take a hit or two and not have to like flask it out. But I know this just, it's not realistic, right? Can't see where I'm going. I feel like it is a very tricky situation with cameras in like video games and how to make them feel good and stuff, but like I just like with Monster Hunter World, it was such a good game, but like I always felt like it was just like staring up in Anjanath's anus like the whole time. Like the camera was just, every camera is just so close up, it feels, in these like action games. Just like they can calm down a little bit. Apparently Monster Hunter Wilds is ass, or at least badly optimized. And this is their second test too, isn't it? I mean, that's not good because like my computer seems to have issues, shall we say. Oh, he's healing. I just noticed he just popped a heal. Oh my gosh. The triple. He's so frustrating of an enemy. I was trying to fall off first. Like, I'll get him, right? It's just, he's so frustrating. Infinite poise, spins on a dime, able to attack 3 times with a heavy weapon, able to run with heavy armor, able to input read. This one actually doesn't input read my dodges. That's weird. He'll poise through. Oh yeah, infinite poise. Forgot about that one. Something I've noticed because of Lords of the Fallen, actually, because like that game I still had problems with when it came to, the heck was that? But that game I still had problems like launching. Like it actually opening I had issues with every single time. It took like 15 minutes for the game to launch. But after that I didn't have many issues, and I was running off of SSD. Or sorry, not SSD. I wasn't running off of my SSD. I was running off of my external hard drive. As I do with like a shoot. Yeah, he just like Estis'd. I've got to be able to get a Resplendent life off, right? Yeah. Wait, how did he poise through the second part of that? Because he did. I don't understand how poise works in this game, clearly. He's healing again. He heals so much. Because, okay, the reason I say that, though, is now I've got like 3 different conversations going, right? But the reason I say that is because my first 2 moves that I used against him put him in hit stun. But then, like, the third one didn't. So is there, like, a cap of how many times you can hit stun? But I don't feel like that's true for me. I don't feel like that's not true for me. If I get hit by an attack that hit stuns me, they can just keep using it until they're out of stamina, right? That's what doesn't make sense. So, like, that limitation only exists for the player? You know, I was pretty down on Smelter Demon being the worst boss, but that 10 out of 10 best boss you put in chat just made me realize that was actually worse than a reused boss. That was just poorly thought out and not tested well enough, unfortunately. I don't want to continue too far forward. I need to reset my flasks. I need to get my spell slots back. Flower skirt? I did all that for a flower skirt? No. No, I most certainly did not. The heck am I? Birch times 5. 3 random human NPCs in random armors. WTF. Now you have to wear it. I am not wearing that flower skirt. Well, I'll at least check it out, right? Maybe I can give it to the... I'm going to do it on the New Game Plus, but I want to give the Pyromancer chick something cool to wear, right? But I'll probably do it on New Game Plus. But I don't know what I should give her. But the flower skirt could be an option if it's actually cute. Wow. That's actually the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life with this outfit. Oh my gosh. Somebody actually just, like, oh my gosh. That's not okay. That's not okay. I did beat them. I beat all 3 of them into the ground, and I got a flower skirt for it. Dark greatsword. Okay, that sounds really cool. I wish I could get the... I don't think I would like this game's Dark Moon greatsword like I do with the Dark Moon greatsword from Elden Ring, which the more I've spent time away from Elden Ring and playing other games, the more I've realized it's probably one of my favorite weapons in the game overall. Is this a curse? Hex adapted by ancient sorcery. Brandish dark like a sword. Okay. But I don't have the stats required to use that. 55 and 29. Am I supposed to, like, jump out here? Okay, well, it didn't even work. I don't really know where I am. Where am I in relation to the bonfire? Okay, is the bonfire over there? Or on top of this? Okay, I know where I am now. Got it. Okay, I see. I see. The other bonfire's up there. Okay. Red slaps you in the jump or no balls things. You must jump in random places all the time playing this game. Look before you leap. You're just like, well, I see it. I'm jumping to it. I feel like I die a lot falling in these games too. So I'm a little bit, maybe a little bit more hesitant with the jumping, seeing as I just jump off a lot. Alright, this puts my dex at 30, which I feel is pretty good. And I um, do feel that the ice rapier is very strong, and it's my favorite weapon in the game by far, so far. I don't use it as much, but that's because it's not very good against a lot of enemies. But I also don't have dex. Now I'm up to 30 dex, which is pretty good. So maybe it'll perform a little better. Do we go back here then? So does I should check if that flower skirt does anything, right? Skirt of a nameless troubadour, highly durable despite its appearance. Alright, it doesn't do anything special. Or at least doesn't list it. Dragon's Sanctum. Sanctum Shield. Oh, that sounds cool and important. I usually don't even take a look at the shields. What if there's something really cool? Allows the service... Oh, wow. A catalyst for miracles and sorceries? Oh, but its scalions are poo-poo. Right, because this one's... ACCA. And the shield would be... CCC. Still kind of cool, though, right? Oh, it looks nice. It's kind of like a starfish in the center. So... Oh, it's a strong attack. Okay, I see. I can't cancel that. I didn't know I couldn't cancel Shazka. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. If I was ever going to use a shield in a Souls-like game, I might use that one. It's not like I have never used a shoe. I don't have a torch right now. Thinking snowflake instead of starfish? Oh, yeah. Well, the center part looks like a starfish, but the outside of this looks like a snowflake, doesn't it? It's a pretty cool shield. Do I need to light these? Or a head? Why is or even a thing you can type out in a message? Wait, where am I supposed to go? Look, there's just like a whole bunch of rocks here that I can't cross. Do I need to light these things? I mean, I can light them if you want, game. Like, not sure what that's gonna do for me. I have plenty of butterflies. I might as well just use them, right? Plus, I think there's like an NPC that sells more. Alright, one torch lit. Second torch lit. What more do you want from me, game? I lit the torches. I did what you wanted me to. Like what now? Why does is when I look at this is obviously it shouldn't be saying try left here. Is that there's no left there? So over there. Oh, well, I lit the torches. Maybe I'm missing some. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that, clearly. Actually, that's not a good idea. Let me just, I do think that it's good to have fire and lightning both. Just to change, just to have different spell types. And then... I wish I had a second Great Heal. I do have, Great Heal Excerpt. Should probably check with the NPC to see if there's another Great Heal. I can't use any of these, right? Any of these sorceries. I could use Great Soul Arrow. I could use the Great Soul Arrow sorcery. I've never used one before. But, I don't know. I kind of like what I was rolling with before, honestly. What does this one do? Right, no effect on anything other than hollows. Also picked this up from some NPC, which is heavy resistance to magic, lightning, fire, and dark. So if I'm up against a super elemental enemy, I can use that. Sort of like how I used Flash Sweat against the Smelter Demon. I'm assuming you can't have both up at the same time, but it's kind of interesting regardless, right? Alright. So I lit 2 torches. That's one. Those are the 2 torches that are up on that side. Wonder if there are others throughout this building. Oh, you're gonna make me do this. Okay, so that's just where I was. Maybe I have to go down. It's been a little bit since I've been in here. Just a day, but I was honestly pretty excited to fight those bosses. They were pretty nasty. 1, 2, 3, 4 to kill. Flask that. One, 2, 3, 4 to kill. And I get 5 attacks with this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 7 in one-handed? Oh my gosh, jeez. Holy crap, the one-handed I get 7 hits? Dragon Sanctum. I didn't know I was supposed to be lighting torches. Maybe I'm not supposed to. I didn't see that many. Oh, this is the entrance. I don't know where I'm going. Oh yeah, this is the room I unlocked with the lady. I don't, I'm confused. This was this special area that I opened 100% by getting that token thing that was in my inventory, or was it a coin? I got 2 different keys last time. This was the Stone Sanctum contraption. Was that it? Not sure exactly. My guy climbing the ladder. There's nothing here. Just a dead end. There are those torches up top, so I can relight my torch. I don't know exactly where to go from here. Okay, so from up here, we got the shield. Right? Heal myself a little bit. So that's where we got the shield. Then we came out here. There were 2 torches, and looking across, a bonfire. What that is. Have we been over there before? I don't remember. There's nothing on this side that I can see, and nothing on this side that I can see, almost suggesting that this is truly a dead end. So maybe we go back over. I don't know. This is so weird. It's like everything has led me to this point, and it's all a lie. No, but like it's like the entire level has led me here, and there's like nothing here. It's just like a dead end. Did I not rest at the bonfire? I thought I did. Okay, this is the further down area, and we've been here. Now that these guys are corporeal, they're actually not bad. Need to freak out about them anymore. Yeah, they're easy. It's nice that they stay revealed. Now there are like 3 or 4 enemies here, so I kind of have to be careful. Okay, he point. Okay, we're backing up. They might kite to me, I'm not sure. Almost did, they almost went the wrong way. Doesn't that set it off normally? Oh, it's this one. Maybe it already was set off. Alright. There it is. On through this before. She just casts a little bit faster than I do. Is there another locked door somewhere that I missed? How did that shoot more? Wouldn't it be out? I do hear her singing again. I just need to choke up on him. Okay, we need to kite one of the guys out. To do it. Okay, he just wants to use his repeater. It basically works like Great Phalanx, right? There's another mage, or what is shooting me? I know he has arrows and stuff, but those are like magic bolts that I was seeing, right? Not exactly sure if I should go down there. Maybe. I mean, he can't go up, right? Like a limitation of theirs. Oh, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one. The Jester was down here. Oh, right. Oh, right. I totally forgot. I'd chosen specifically to not go down here before. Um, because I needed a bonfire and I had like no heals left because I somehow cleared that entire area up there, including making the guys corporeal. I have enough for a level. I do have two Shah's Cause left, which I'm assuming are going to be good against these guys because they're in water right now. So I'm well, I assumed it was called Sunken King to be fair because it's beneath the ground, not because it like but yeah. I mean, we've been underground this whole time though. Technically it has fit its name like aptly. I'm not going to lie, these things kind of freak me out. I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, it's going to breathe darkness at me? But can you fit through this little hole? Can you, though? 253 was that? 246? Do I like dinosaurs? I do. I like to eat them. So let's eat some dinosaur tonight. Tasty dinosaur chicken nuggets. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? You guys know about the dinosaur nuggets, right? That's some good dinosaur nuggets right there. Alright. My fire long sword and needs a bit of a repair. I have 3 fireballs left. $248. It's not bad. I should use the ice rapier. These guys give me ample time to go ham. Oh, maybe not ample, but I can at least get three or so hits off. Still huge. Oh my gosh, it's so... this weapon is so good. If they can give even kind of openings. And didn't I see a bonfire way off in the distance? Oh yeah, that's gotta be a bonfire, right? Let's get this item first. Petrified dragon bone. I aggroed it. Oh, I have iframes when I light bonfires. What do you think of that? I'm just curious as to... I can't see it. I was gonna try to see the damage numbers. So with this in one-handed form, I get like, what, 7 attacks? It's 800. versus two-handed. Five gets me there. I should probably rest. I have enough for a level. It's not worth just carrying it around. Okay, this area is pretty creepy though, right? I like the dinosaur enemies. They seem like they hit really hard, but they're not super ridiculous or anything. Do I want to put more into attunement? More into dex? It's like, I love the ice rapier. I kind of just want to just pump it all into... I honestly... Well, Faith lets me use the other two weapons, right? I'm going to put more points into here, into dex. Because, like, not assuming, I'm going to find the weaponsmith even if you guys have to direct me to where he is before I go to the final boss. And that way, going into New Game Plus, I have everything I need to have, like, a very different playthrough. Weird, did I miss one? I also, other than that really crappy boss fight, that trio boss fight, this is my favorite, at least aesthetically, and probably just overall, this is my favorite of the DLCs from Dark Souls 2. I like it aesthetically. I really like its sort of puzzly design. Hey, that guy had my sword. Didn't that guy have my sword? Oh, I didn't know he could do 4 stomps. Back to the bonfire. It was really messy. Try it again without so much suck. But yeah, I don't know. I like it aesthetically. I like the puzzly kind of design nature of it. I think it's fun. I aggro a second. Aggroing 2 is a little bit weird because they can just alternate their hits. I kind of need to kite one of them out. I didn't think it would go that would happen. Which one of these does more? The one that hits, obviously. 287. 248. It's not that different. Oh, it does a double, right. I forgot about the double. There is an item over there. Yeah, I figured there'd be items down here, and people who are brave and explore are, like, rewarded. The Hydra in Dark Souls 1 that had like that Hydra boss thing that had like the that really weird spit attack. I got hit here. But that had that really weird spit that I felt like had like a lingering hitbox. These guys kind of have that too. Their like darkness blast thing has like a lingering hitbox. Just slightly, it's really annoying. Phantom hit. Okay, there's an item over there. Probably have to kill this one first, right? Alright, we can get that item. Ooh, there's an item over there too. Okay. Really, game? You're gonna give me a dried root? Wait, is this like deep water? Oh, I can actually see it. It's deep water. I can't go over there. How do I unsink it? Do I like unsink the castle at some point? Oh my gosh, is this the right way? Should I be going this way? I didn't expect to see anything useful over here. Oh, it's a sundial? Underground? Examine. Use Dragonstone. No, not yet. I don't want to do anything important yet. I want to fight more dinosaurs. How common is it to keep this ring on for the whole game, is what I wonder. The Ring of Binding, because I kind of forgot how good it is. You just don't need to use, like, humanity, like, ever, really. I don't need the life gem thing. I, like, never use the life gem. Except in, like, really niche cases against disgusting bosses like that trio. Soul of a Great Hero. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna be honest, I was not ready for that. I got hit. Yeah. Yeah, we will great heal this. I took too many HP hits. in effigy times 3. I've already fought that dinosaur. I really don't need to again. Strange that there's this bonfire all the way out here, but it looks like the way to progress is like on the opposite side. Wait, I think I already checked this, but you can't go through here, right? Oh. Alright, I guess we are moving forward. Oh, I got all the items here. Bonfire ahead, right. Visions of Oddball? Right, let's do it. I'm gonna use the Dragon Stone. Right, okay. Supposed to know where that is? Just by looking at it? I mean, maybe it's connected to this structure and you couldn't progress without the Dragonstone? I don't know. Because I have no idea where that is. I look at that and I'm like, I have no clue. Shortcut? Shortcut to what? Shortcut to what? What shortcut? Talking about? Where is this? Where am I? I have no idea. Shortcut to what? Is this the... Are these the platforms that I raised? These are the platforms that I raised. This is the correct path. Where does this go? We're not going the right way first. We always go the wrong way in a video game. It's like... It's basic video game-ing. Basic gaming. I really like this sword. I wish the Ice Rapier in Elden Ring was this cool. I mean, technically, its special action is kind of cooler in a way, because you can always shoot little... Oh, this is the other side. Okay, I have been here before. Might as well rest. So why did I need to light those torches? I don't know, but now that I have, I know where that is. strike required a head and then be ready for ore? I don't have like a hammer. That did make a different sound. Did you hear it? I can get it. I have hammers in my inventory. I just haven't used them, like a mace or a great hammer. Perfect. Maybe the message is just trolling. I am hitting it, like, directly head on. Wait a second, is stamina recovery affected by weight? It has to be. This stamina recovery is really slow. Oh, I can barely move with this thing. I can't dodge roll. Oh my gosh, this thing is so heavy. Look at my character. I can't even dodge roll. He, like, stumbles. You don't think the ore does anything? Okay, gotcha. That's crazy. And look how slow the stamina regen becomes. It's like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5. It's like 2 seconds, 3 seconds faster with if I had the Chloranthia ring on than my normal. That's nuts. At least use the pickaxe. Oh, you're right. Thematically, I should at least use the pickaxe. What is the pickaxe? Is it a... it's a great hammer with thrust. You're right. Oh my gosh. Ready to mine. Okay, that was kind of fun. Try jumping. Can I jump down there? I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so. Drake Blood Greatsword. Diggy diggy hole. Drake's Blood Greatsword. That sounds so cool, and I probably won't be able to use it, but it sounds so cool, doesn't it? Oh, I had it. I love its design, like with the little swirls in it. It's rare. It's a very simple sword, right? Oh my gosh, it doesn't have any. It doesn't have any things on it, does it? Oh, it does. It has lightning. Wait, really? Wait a second, wait a second, wait. It has split magic and lightning damage, but it doesn't have a scaling for anything. It only scales off of dex. Ooh. Isn't that unique? That's not the normal greatsword attack, is it? Yeah, this one starts with a thrust. Honestly, that's better to start with a thrust. It's better to start with a thrust than to end with it. I don't know, I like it, but I like it, but it's not like my favorite, right? We gotta get that. We gotta find that smith soon. All right. Let's actually continue on the correct path. But yeah, no. I don't know. I don't care whether it's that boss, Sir Knight alone, or it is the whether it's Sir Knight alone, or it is like the black steel katana or washing pole or the naga. They have the naga kiba in this game, I think so. But like I'm using a katana and I'm making it lightning. Visions of woman, therefore stay calm. Sure. I'll remain calm in the face of the woman. Where is she at? Where this girl at? So I have to fall into the hole? Yup. Oh, I can see the fog door. It's like way down there. Oh man, I hope I like the boss. I hope I like the boss in this area. That would be really cool, because so far I'm pretty positive about this DLC. It's by far my favorite. Oh, that reminds me, what is the order of the DLCs, like, in that they released in? Ooh. Hello. One. I can't stagger him. I did right there. Money bags. I could jump down there. Right, we're hitting this. Sunken Iron Ivory, released 1 month apart. Okay. There are the money bags. Get them! No, game, hit the thing! Oh my gosh, game! Don't shoot over it! How are all these chests open? I've never been here, right? How does that make sense? I've never been here, right? Have I been here? Am I losing my mind? Why do I stand so close to the wall? I didn't mean to hit that one. Yeah. Wait, what? That's it? There's nothing else in here? That's it? Are you sure? Okay. If you're sure, then I guess I'll just be on my way. I guess so. Like, I wasn't my first choice, but like, what you gonna do, right? Right, so I have to go off here. Probably use a light heal, right? I really wonder how many people go through the game using this ring for a large portion of it. It really does help. You don't need full HP. This is more than enough. Hexene Urn? Whoa, I was gonna check my inventory, buddy. You had other ideas. Okay, 2 hits doesn't lead to a stagger. Here does a third with the special. Those enemies are pretty tough, but not because they have cool movesets, but because they can't be staggered normally. Or hit stunned. Down to 8 Estus, which isn't great. What do these Hexene Urns do? Explodes, inflicting dark damage. Okay, just dark damage. I'm kind of conflicted on like the elemental damage stuff in Dark Souls. Because like it's very classic RPG, right? But at the same time, I don't feel like there's logical like conclusions like you'd have in Pokemon of like what things are weak to which element, right? Like when I see that knight, maybe that knight guy was really weak to darkness, but like would there have been anything that gave that away? So it feels like, and this is the same, it's all the way through Elden Ring too. Like there are certain bosses that are just really resistant or weak to things, but unless you use the wiki, you like don't know. I see where I am again. Oh, I don't. Honestly, I'd rather just not fight these enemies at all. Usually enemies in iron armor are weak to lightning. Okay, that does make logical sense. Let's try. Yeah, 533. Oh, I should use the other catalyst, but it's whatever. Okay, that does make sense. And then, like, what would be weak to fire, though? Like, I guess maybe people in, like, cloth. It's like, lights them on fire. What about darkness? I don't know. I just wish there was a little bit more intuitive nature to it. Okay, so I haven't been here before, right? Drake Blood Helm. Drake Blood Armor. Well, I want to see the helmet even if I'll never use it. Is it this one? Oh. Very classic knight. Very cool. I don't recognize this one. It's not Drake Blood, but Um. Oh. Oh, with the cool cape. I wish it wasn't tattered. That's pretty nice though too. It's very, very nice. This is why in the next game I want to have a character that wears armor. That's like a knight character. Because like I want cool armor sets like that. Like that's exactly why. Because like I haven't been able to wear any of the cool armors in either game. And I don't really mind it because I'd prefer being like a caster or half caster. But like I don't want to cheese enemies either, so it doesn't make sense for me to go like full caster a lot of times because then I just feel like I'm cheesing the game, and then I feel bad, and then how do I progress from here? Something I can fall down to besides my death? Alright, I guess I have to go back up. Weird. Yeah, there's truly nothing down here. Now, one of these I could roll off of and there's something below. Yep. It's like, yeah, we get it. Singing woman in behind the door. I kind of want to go get that item. Easy jump. Yeet! There's going to be an enemy here, though, you know it. I've got a fireball ready for him. I don't like these enemies. Oh, these guys have the full Drake Blood set. Vine Balm. Twinkling Titanite that I can't use just yet. You just wait. Great heal. A large soul of a brave warrior. More twinkling titanite. Stone. That was almost really bad. Dragon's Rest. Gulp. Well, if there's a rest, can I get a bonfire or something? What? Be wary of horse? Horse? What are you talking about? Horse. It's so quiet and there's nothing back here. The heck? Just a lot of nothing. Literally just emptiness. Darkness. Dark souls. Alright. Am I ready for this boss fight? I feel like the trek down here is so long. I don't have my normal spells. I'm not going to be able to use heal anyways in the middle of the combat, so I might as well get that eensy weensy bit of my HP up. Is there anything I need repaired? And I'm not going to have time to repair in the middle of the fight either, so might as well just get it out of the way now, right? Let's go. 8S discharges. Alright, woman. What do you... Okay, so she's got like a fire explosion blast thing. It tracks. Some darkness orbs. Poke. Poke, poke. I'm poking you. What are you gonna do about it? Don't just stand there. Yeah, exactly. That's better. Ooh, what is that? Oh, she's a necromancer. That attack actually hits really hard from her. Sunken Master. I got hit by that. Unfortunately. Dark Hurricane. Oh, I was hoping I'd be able to hit them as they started spawning. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I hate when bosses do that. They just walk towards you endlessly and then trigger their attack once they're close enough. It's so toxic. Oh, she teleports too. Well, that's my first taste of failure osmosis difficulty in a bit. I didn't know she could teleport either. You know what's worse is I don't know what her telegraph for teleporting is. I don't know if it's like, I thought I saw her surrounded by like some sort of aura, but I mean, that's kind of vague, right? I forgot to change my spells. Well, what would I change? Let's keep this for now, because there are a lot of enemies, and I'm not exactly sure what the best way to get through the enemies are. I think when she vanishes in thin air, you can bet she teleported. Yeah, I wonder how much time that they give you. Oh, I should send this back up, right? Also, it did seem like my halberd was able to basically one-shot the skellies. everything does like slight bits of fall damage. Look at how much HP I lost just from those like little steps. Look at that. I'm losing HP from that. So what's the best way to get down there? Like last time I kind of just... Okay, I don't need to go into that room. Try Dark Halberd on this guy. Nope, still poised right through it. Died. I died there for sure, right? Interesting. I didn't know other non-NPC enemies could do it. Could backstab. I've actually never seen that before. Because those aren't invaders, nor are they like full NPCs. I guess they're technically labeled as such in the game's code though, huh? Well, you learn something new every day. Those enemies have way too much damage and HP for not being able to be hit stunned though. I don't know if that's like a common complaint of them, but they have way too much HP and damage for not being able to be hit stunned. It's weird. After I hadn't played through the whole game, I just went through like part of it. This is months ago. This was I think after Lords of the Fallen. I just played it like a little bit in one afternoon. And I realized like how divergent it is, like Bloodborne is from the other games. And when you're like it's I didn't mean to do that. It's so much more aggressive and visceral and fast, but like also everything takes hit stun, and it kind of just feels better. It's hard to describe how it just feels better. And I don't know like why people like the poise system in this game. It just feels like it's unpredictable. Like right there, the first one threw him into hit stun, but the second one didn't. It just feels so unpredictable all the time. I just don't like the unpredictability of it. Like, am I going to hit him, and is he going to be into hit stun? Can I hit him? Can I do R1, 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 and like stagger him the whole time? Am I going to do like, should I do R1, R2 and use the beam from this sword on him? Does that stagger? Like, it's like the rules sort of change. Like, for sure, when I first hit him there, he was in hit stun after the first hit, and I was like, okay, hitting him does hit stun him. So I did it 2 more times, and then neither of those did, and he just poised through both and hit me. Like, I don't know why people like poise. It either needs to be like 100 or nothing. Because there are enemies in Bloodborne that poise through things. There are. But they usually have really low HP, first of all. And it's not like a consistent, like, they poise through everything. It might be like every other attack, right? And it's like pretty well self-defined. And with you being able to attack so aggressively, I think that's why they did that. Because could you imagine like using like the saw cleaver or like the Blade of Mercy on an enemy like repeatedly, and your enemy's just like ignoring all the hits? It would feel awful. And it's not quite to the same degree, but it's kind of the same thing in this game, isn't it? Like, I'm using basically a fast weapon. It's comparable-esque to like the Blade of Mercy or the Raftalash in Bloodborne, right? But it like doesn't function right. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Like, it just doesn't function right. This is just not a good weapon to fight these guys with. They're just like, it's basically like cheating. They're basically just like cheating, right? Because even when you land a good hit, they just ignore it. Didn't ignore that one, to be fair, but that uses up almost my entire stamina bar. Yeah, it's just like, it's basically like cheating poises. They just ignore your hits and then they power through with their own. It'd be hacking in other games, but it's just like a core mechanic in these. It's really awkward. I think potentially that and the casting system of Dark Souls are like my two most. I'm just gonna leave that guy. I don't really want to fight another one. I just don't know how to get down really easily. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is it. But I think those might be like my, like in terms of the Souls series that I've played so far, generally, like my least favorite things. Because I think every game has done them poorly, including Elden Ring. Like, Elden Ring's casting system is so busted because of the flask system, where you can shift your flasks from Crimson to Cerulean, and then just spam the most powerful spells in the world. It's bonkers. Really? That guy followed me? What the heck? A few shots off. She does summon up 2 fireballs. Sometimes they seem to go on the right or left of you. That one, there was only one. Is there a telegraph for when she only does 1 versus 2? My stamina back. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, okay. Okay, hit all 3. No, I was hoping to hit 3 of them. I got hit by that. Lucky. I went in between them. I got so lucky there. What happened? I don't get lucky in video games. What is this? Okay, I'd never seen that spell before, so I didn't know what that was. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's summoning up skellies. I know, I heard. 1, 2, 3, 4 for that skelly. One, I don't see her. Oh, that's some nice range on that thing. I mean, it's not because your model's like twice the size of my character or anything. That's not the reason. One, two, three. Be ready to move. What? Oh gosh, what the heck? Where did this guy come from? Can't see her. Is he gonna swing again? I thought he was doing a follow-up swing. Poke. Ow! One poke. Just one. Yeah, I didn't have time for a second. I didn't think so. One. Oh, he had a 3-hit part that time. I thought he was only gonna do 2. One. I don't know when he's gonna follow his attack up. 1, 2. I don't know when he's gonna follow his attack up. I don't see any telegraph differences. Can I just say I love how telegraphed her attacks are? Oof. Go for a flask after when he's in recovery there. Whoa. One poke. I just wanted to poke him. I'm not on that. One. Swing overhead. Poke. Poke. Okay, she set up phalanx. Wait, what? Oh, I guess she just does that for the rest of the fight. Okay, got it. I actually ran out of Estus. That's how balanced she is and not one-shotty. But killing her while the knight's always up is gonna be a bit annoying. Doable, but annoying. I will have to try to pull Great Heal off. Really didn't do much because it sort of got countered. Oh, she got me with that one. Got hit. I might die here. Yep. There's no way to cancel the animation once you start Shazka in this game. You can't roll out of it. Whoops. This boss is pretty good, I think. She's very well telegraphed on everything. I think summoning up the second knight is a bit stupid. I should have put on my heal over time. I think summoning up the second knight is a bit stupid, but it might have been too easy without him, right? It might be too easy without her being able to resummon the night guy. At the same time, though, this goes back to the same problem that I mentioned before. It's more of a dilemma than a problem, but if this pillar right here is an enemy, like this little thing right here is an enemy, and this right here is also an enemy, and they're both in melee range, right, like right where they actually are, enemy. If you have a melee weapon and you attack one, even if you have hit stun, even if they are in a position where they can't respond, that doesn't mean that the other one cannot. That's like the whole dilemma of having two enemies. And so when that happens, the player needs certain abilities to respond to those things. In the case of me right now, I'm using magic because if they're both right next to each other, it doesn't matter if I need to hit this one when they're vulnerable, but this one's right next to them. Instead of going up and being vulnerable in melee, I can just be further back. So that's like still a dilemma that hasn't really been addressed at any point during either Dark Souls 1, which they didn't have a lot of duo fights. They did with Ornstein and Smo, but in general, there were a ton of enemies ganking you, and it's just sort of a flaw of the combat system in general. And now that I've played Lords of the Fallen, I can say it takes a lot to fix that. Like, it's not something that just immediately gets fixed with one or two changes. It takes a while. It's like fighting in real life. Try to line them up one behind the other. Sometimes you can do that. Sometimes I feel like their movement abilities are quite strong, and that's not super viable. It kind of depends, I think. That's not where you jump off, is it here? The trio fight, for instance, really isn't super realistic to line them all up one against the other just because of, like, how fast they were. These maybe. I'm gonna save my spells for the skeletons, actually. I can't imagine having 20 more decks into this thing. It's already so good. She kind of reminds me of Queen Yarnum a little bit. Does anyone else get that? Not just the dress, but like kind of the ghostly appearance and stuff. I can't move. I was in hit stun. Can't move fast enough. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to move out of that one. I was kind of stuck there for a second. I can't move out of that one. I was still in my attack animation. Some of this is just sort of incidental damage I can't actually get away from even if I'm playing right. I died. I thought that would kill me, actually. Okay, I need like 2 minutes. My dad's gonna pick up subs, so I need to, like, tell him what I want. Alright, BRB. Okay, I am back. Thanks for waiting. Actually got everyone sub-sorted, so yeah. I've been to Subway in a heck of a long time. On campus, like, I'd have it probably like once a week, just because it was like so like it was actually on campus. We had like a little like cafe area, and we had a Subway, so I'd get like the 6-inch meal or whatever it was, where you get like the bag of chips and you know the full thing. It's good. I'd be like damn near starved by the time it was time to eat. Be like dying. I hate how falling all the time makes you lose HP. So annoying. Okay, so you can run across here, roll down to here, run across here, and then you roll down off this ledge. Oh, hi, you are right by this ledge. That makes things a little more difficult. Ouch. Well, you know what they say, falling kills people. They were right. By the way, I don't know who says that, I'm just... Does Dark Souls 3 have runbacks? I think it does, because like I heard everybody like praising Elden Ring for getting rid of runbacks. You know, it come out later. At some point, it does. Oh, man. It's like the one thing I've heard, well, definitively that I can confirm is not great about Dark Souls 3. Like, people are so positive about most of the game. I'm honestly, playing this game has made me more hyped to play Dark Souls 3. I think that's pretty common for a lot of people, though. Especially because, like, I don't even dislike this game. I actually kind of find it, not kind of, like, I find it fun. It's definitely not as good as the other Souls-likes I've played, though. Like, it's just not, but it's, I don't know, like, if I'm having a good time with this, like, imagine when I get my hands on, like, you know, one that I really like. I mean, it's the same with Elden Ring, though. Like, Elden Ring was such a changing experience for me. The only thing I wish is I had, like, more friends that played the game. But I mean, that's essentially why I started streaming, is like I was like, okay, I need to share this with somebody, right? And originally it was just like, even if nobody watches me, I'll at least have like recordings of everything I've done, and then someday down the line, like if my friends want to see what the game is like, they could watch my playthrough if they're too scared to play like a Souls game. One, two, I'm out of stamina. Oh, that was actually a very quick spell. Oh gosh. That was just my bad 100%. Okay, skeletons are out. 1, 2, 3, dodge. 1, 2. Tried to switch. Shaz Ka. 1, 2, 3, dodge. 1, 2, 3. I can't see what that attack is. 1, 2. Wow. How did I kill that one in 2 hits? Did you see that? How'd I do that? Yeah, they take like... That's what I thought. I thought they took 4. Yeah, how'd I do it? Is there like a tipper for this too somehow, even though you're always thrusting with it? I guess there could be. But, I mean, that's kind of awkward because you move forward with all your attacks, right? Oh, she's doing the AoE. Ah, I saw it too late. I can't see what she's doing. Fireball. I need to bring him over to this side so I can see them both. I can't move while I cast that, and I can't cancel out of it. Actually kind of a liability to be using that now that I'm realizing it. I don't know how much time I buy myself once I kill him to get her alone. It'll at least be a little time, obviously, but I don't know how much. Oh, wow. Okay, that went a little bit further than I thought it would. This is another one of those boss fights where you only get like 1 or 2 hits off, so this is actually bad for rapier. Or any dex weapon, probably. Remember, like, 1 hit, 2 hit. Oh, wow. I was able to get like 3 off there, though. As soon as he whiffs this, I'm gonna drink. Dodge through that. Single hit. Ow. Drinking. Her phalanx is up. The heck? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, the tracking on those is insane. Oh my gosh, the tracking on those was insane. I still don't have fireballs back yet. Whoa! I got hit by that. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way I could dodge that in time, unfortunately. 1 hit. 1 hit, dodge. I couldn't dodge for some reason. Okay, that one's dead. Stab, stab. For phalanx. I don't know how to dodge the phalanx. I actually don't know. Just run, maybe? Oh my gosh, the tracking is ballistic. See, at least with these skeletons... Whoops. I died. At least with the skeletons, I always know I'm going to stagger them. They don't have poise. It does make it a little bit easier. Alright, let me change my spells finally, because this is kind of a bad setup, actually. Don't need repair, obviously. I don't know which one of these is doing more damage. I get 3 shots of each. I haven't been paying attention to which does more damage. I'm not sure she can be poisoned, but that would be massive if she could be poisoned. That would be huge. Even though its damage seems kind of poo-poo, it's just like she didn't have that much HP. That would be huge on her. Not getting anything out of warmth. Fire Snake could be good for the AoE. I can't use any of the heal spells in combat, but maybe I take Resplendent Life as the last 2 slots. I could even see an argument being taken instead of Poison if it doesn't work, that I take Fire Orb for the skeletons. Because for her, I'm just stabbing her a lot with the rapier. Like this Quilags or the Quilligan sword from Dark Souls 1, I really like the knife I got from... Well, I don't know, it's the Blade of Mercy is just so cool though from Bloodborne. That's like definitively like better, right? So I'm gonna use Resplendent Life as soon as I do that jumping thing, so as I'm like jumping down I'll be recovering HP. I don't think it'll give me back everything though. Also, my crown just triggered now. I won't get the full trigger by the time I get down there. It's a pretty quick recovery from some of that light fall damage. All right. Okay, she's doing the AoE. I'm gonna see one-handing, because don't I get more attacks? Oh wow, she's attacking more melee again. Interesting. We'll see if it poisons her. It might not. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't look like it did. 1, 2. Get out of the way. Oh wow, I have enough iframes to actually dodge the fire. I never would have imagined, actually. Did I die here? Pretty close, but not quite. I need to learn the timing for that since I can iframe them. Okay. Over the head. Is over the head. 1, 2, 3. Really can't. Wow, her tracking is a little bit egregious. That didn't need to track that far. I got Phantom hit. They are close to each other. Honestly, I couldn't see what she was doing through the fire. I didn't see her animation. I don't know what she's doing. Swing from him. I thought he might do a follow-up. That's why I didn't punish. Swing, he might do a follow-up. No, he didn't. Over the head. I don't think he has a follow-up to this. And no, he doesn't have a follow-up to that, but she was attacking too. 1, he does have a follow-up to that. I'm backing up. Poke once. He does have a follow-up to that. She is teleporting. Swing. Poke, poke. He's gone. Right, this is usually when she does phalanx. And then phalanx is best to just run from, I think. Man, that's delayed. Okay, one last Estes. I died. Yep. I thought it was safe. She can hit you pretty fast from neutral. So, the poison doesn't work on her, which it's not that surprising, but that was just a wasted slot. I feel the knight... I feel the knight maybe has a tad too much HP for what he can do. Like, it's not busted, but it's a little bit overtuned. I could put on Fire Snake. I don't remember its damage being that good though. It could have been the enemy I was using it to was super resistant to it though. That uses up 2 slots. I'm gonna put on Fire Orb instead. Give us 4 shots. It's good against the skeletons. It'll be good against the big guy. We'll still have 2 different types of spells. I still didn't see which was better. And then Resplendent Life is pretty good. I think the smart thing to do... is to set up Resplendent Life when she does her phalanx. Do I have that bell hammer thing? Can you make him drop it? It'd be really weird if you could. I like using this weapon for this fight though. It's not like too busted, and it's probably not the easiest way to deal with the skeletons because they seem to just kind of take it. Like I have to hit them like 2 or 3 times, but it feels fun to use, and I get mainly because it's a boss that stays still long enough that I can actually hit him a few times. Because that's what I've had issues with in this game, which is more of an Elden Ring issue, which is like, stay still for a few seconds, let me hit you. Alright, reset Resplendent Life. You know what spell that I kind of miss from Dark Souls 1? There was like that Berserker spell that like made you do a lot of damage. Do you remember that? Wow, that's way faster than I remember. That almost has like no telegraph. That's like instant basically. I was actually waiting for like a wind up before I tried to dodge anything. Dodge. Dodge again. I'm almost out of stamina. I'm almost out of stamina. You can't attack 3 times like that. Let's block. Still alive. Ah! I was a little late on that. Or, sorry, a little early, I mean. One, two, three, dodge. I couldn't. I was still stuck in animation. It might have looked like I could, but I really couldn't. I was still stuck in animation. Whoa, that was fast. Tried to get out of the way of that one, but I was a little slow. I die here? Didn't know how much damage it was gonna do. I can't dodge that yet. I was still in end lag. That I was just barely out of end lag. Out of stamina, I can't do anything just yet. Okay, I'm gonna set up Resplendent Life if I can. Alright. I kind of feel like she needs to summon up the big guy. Why isn't she doing it? Oh, the tracking. Oh, the tracking. There she goes. Whoa, that one almost hit me too. Wait, that hit? How did that hit? Was a little bit early on that second one. Good, 3 flasks left. I can't move yet though. One. Okay, down to single flask. Okay, last Shazka. Nice. Soul of Elana, Squalid Queen. I mean, I kind of was expecting something to happen. Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't quite expecting that. I thought it was going to be more grandiose. Okay. It's the way forward. I hope there's not too much more. My dad's just got home with subs. I just got the text. Uh-oh. Another bug wall? Okay, I'll take a level, see what it is. And then if it's like more area, another boss, I'm gonna have to call it. No matter what it is, I'd have to call it. Do I save it for next time? My curiosity, though. Oh, it is another boss. Wait. No, it's not. Is it? I hear breathing. Alright, looks like I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Look at the door. Oh yeah, the door had a giant dragon on it. I saw at the top. It was like its clearest ornamentation. Yeah. Wait, does the dragon like rule over them? They like worship the dragons and the dragons like rule over them? Oh, that's weird. I mean, I do like reptiles, but like praying to them, it's a bit much. All right, so we will fight that dragon tomorrow. That's actually so exciting. I'm glad I looked behind the door because now I'm hyped. Oh man, dragon fights in this game are not the best, but the last dragon I did fight in Dark Souls 1 was really fun. So hopefully it's at least around that level of fun, and then this one will be awesome. But thanks for sticking around, guys. GG's. Yeah, I'm glad I got that boss. It's like perfect timing because my dad just got home with the subs. So Yeah. Thanks as normal. I will be on tomorrow. I'm wild. And I'll catch you in the next one.